about to board. Look at this cute puppy! It's like my puppy. We are about to board on the huge cruise ship for Finland. One really cool, awesome thing to do in Tallinn and the nearby countries is to, you know, go on a day cruise thing to Finland, from Tallinn to Finland, or you can go to other cities in not just to Helsinki. So that's one thing.
I go to shop.
You go to shop. And apparently there are a lot of cruise lines, yeah, that also stop in these big ports like Helsinki, Tallinn, Riga, Stockholm, and there are a lot of people who just spend a day in the cities and then go back.
You don't want to say
Oh, yeah. And apparently a lot of Finland people, Finnish, also come to Estonia, for instance, for to buy cheaper stuff like alcohol, cigarettes, and other things like that. Duty free is also a thing. So yeah, earlier there was like a big group of people carrying beers, and so I hope Helsinki is worth all this hassle. On board. Hopefully I'm not gonna drop this. And in approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes, let's say 2 hours and a half, we'll be in Helsinki. I think the boat is
It reminds me of that movie, the one with the boat.
the big boat, right?
The one with the big boat, yeah. The one that won a lot of Oscars.
Yeah. This is the city of Tallinn. And we are gonna... Oh no, people are still boarding. People are still boarding. And that's another ship over there. So as I told you, there are a lot of cruises like this one, really huge ones that do this route. So I think it's time to sit down. Hello, Helsinki. Those people are waiting to board the ship. Hello from Helsinki. 2 hours later, we are in Helsinki. Made it by ship here. And I'm literally amazed. on the huge number of people that were traveling to Tallinn to buy alcohol and beer, and there are like a lot of people carrying trolleys with a lot of beers and cigarettes. And well, Estonia is not the cheapest country in Europe, so you can imagine, if they do that, you can imagine the prices in Finland. So yeah, when somebody buys 150 beers of €1.50 beer, then you know it's an expensive country. And now we are trying to figure out what to do, what to see. We have just a few hours, so let's explore.
Alright, let's go.
The site of Helsinki is well, under construction. So one of my latest concerns is about architecture and design, especially of the apartment buildings. Everywhere in the north part of Europe you'll see something like this, like I'm talking about newer constructions. Very big windows. And we don't have that in the south part, in Romania for instance. And I would love having a huge window in my bedroom for instance, to you know have a lot of light come in. Why don't we have that? I don't think it's a matter of heating, because obviously here is much colder than it is in the south part of Europe, and still maybe it's a problem of glass, although we have plenty of sand. It's a dilemma for me. I will call this a conundrum. As he told me, he told me this word. Yes, it's a mystery. we shall never find out. Look, huge glass windows. This way. So this is a monument of 54 meters long, which is on average the depth of the Baltic Sea. Here are the names of all the people who donated for the creation of this piece of art. Kind of cool.
White sand.
On this place that he was saying that this was a cemetery, church,
And the town hall.
and a town hall.
And when they
Excavated the ground, they found human remains.
so when they dug it up, they found 130 graves. And like the lady said, it's when the city was rebuilt, it was rebuilt in a Russian style by a German architect.
Wonderful. Let's go into center.
Okay, Carl Ludwig Engel built this in 1818. So this is like almost 200 years after they were initially built. It was rebuilt.
So this is the most iconic place in Helsinki, is the Helsinki Cathedral.
It's designed by a German guy
And
to fit Russian style.
And the guy just said that you should buy yourself an ice cream and sit over there on the stairs and enjoy it.
Apparently it is, they're very happy with the fact that it has like an understated look, not much imagery. It just is supposed to symbolize like learning and structure and things that, you know, the Soviet Empire really, well, the Russian Empire actually.
Palace, or the former Royal Palace, and the Uspenski Cathedral, a red brick cathedral.
It's the largest in Western Europe.
So this is considered to be Western Europe. So this is the largest Orthodox cathedral.
Largest Orthodox in Western Europe.
Because the other one is in Europe.
I don't know.
In Moscow. It's in Moscow.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and they were actually saying that only 2% of
Population
actually are
Orthodox. So
they have this.
it's very nice. Ship has a very interesting story. Apparently it's a lighthouse ship, and at some point it sunk, and then they recovered it, and now it's a restaurant, as you can see. So it's interesting. I thought that ships, once they go down, they never see the light of day again. Well, now this looks a bit like Copenhagen, I would say. Some say like St. Petersburg. Yes, you can move. So apparently on this building somewhere lies the smallest public sculpture in the city of Helsinki. And well, it would be fun to find it. Hint, it's a mouse. Back to Estonia. After only a few hours, we are heading back to Estonia the same way we came here, by sea.
See, I felt a natural connection to the sea. I think if the pilot would let me steer it, I could definitely steer the ship back home. Yeah.
Natural talent.
Natural talent.